Hola, esta presentación es del verbo ir. Ir se dice to go. Notice that this word is just ir, to go. It is not the same thing as a verb that ends in ir. It is its own word. So ir, to go, is conjugated voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. Remember that the letter V sounds like a B in Spanish, so we do not say voy, vas, va, it's voy, vas, va. So now that you have the conjugations copied down, we're going to talk about some times that we typically use the word to go in sentences. So first off, we use it a lot to say what you're going to do. So you can do this to, this is called the false future tense, because you're saying something that you're going to do in the near future using the word to go. So this formula, which you'll want to have in your notes, is ir plus a plus infinitive, and once again, that's for saying something you're going to do. So like, for instance, I am going to eat. So I am going to eat, we have I included, am, so that's am going, is the voy. Then this just has to be here because it's in my formula that you already copied down up here. And then I have my to eat, comer. So this is, comer is the infinitive part of the formula. Remember, an infinitive is an unconjugated verb. So in English, that means to plus a verb. In Spanish, infinitives are words that end in AR, ER, or IR. So this is one time when you do need to know what an infinitive is. So here I have another example. We are going to read. So the we are going part can all be one word in Spanish. Remember, the we box is nosotros, going in that box is vamos. So there's my ir part of the formula. Now I need to add my a. And then the last part of my formula is the infinitive. Infinitive has to end in AR, ER, IR, so I can just type layer. Don't need to conjugate it or anything. Vamos a leer, we are going to read. So that shows something you're going to do in the future. Here's the second use of we're going to do in this class for ir is going to a place. So obviously there's lots of school places on your vocab list, so now is when we'll be using them. So the formula for going to a place, which you'll need to have, is ir plus a plus place. So it's to go, a kind of means to, it just has to be in the formula, and then whatever place you're going to. Here you also need to include the definite article before the name of a place. So like instead of saying cafeteria, I'm going to cafeteria, I want to say I am going to the cafeteria. So remember, definite articles are el, la, los, and las, which all mean the. Also, just a friendly reminder, you do need to conjugate ir in this formula. So this example here, I am going to the cafeteria. So I have ir here, then the next part of the formula is last part of the formula is my place with the definite article included. So now let's say we are going to the library. Remember, we are going is all vamos. That's how we conjugated ir in the we box. The next part of my formula here is Now I need to say my place. Library is biblioteca. That's feminine and singular, so my article is la biblioteca. That's how you'd say we are going to the library. So it's important to remember this formula, ir plus a plus place, because you don't want to forget that little a. Now we're going to discuss a couple contractions that come up a lot in Spanish. So whenever we have the words a and el together, they just become al. So instead of saying a, el, that sounds like too many syllables, so it just become al. So this happens a lot with ir plus a plus place, because you have a, and then you can have the article el after it if your place is masculine. So instead of saying ella va el gimnasio, it's just all going to get blended together into ella va al gimnasio. So I have another example here. They are going to the locker. So they are going would be ellos van. So that's the ear part of my formula. Now I have Now I have to have my place with a definite article. Locker is el armario. So I could have that. However, oops, I can't have and el together. So I'm going to change that to al. One good way to catch this thing with and L becoming all is to proofread your work. So a similar rule, which we did with saying where things are located, is de and L becomes del. So when we were saying where things are in relation to each other, we had the preposition location. So like encima de, debajo de, delante de, detrás de, all that days with L's after it became del. So A plus L is all, de plus L is del. They are very similar rules. Perfecto. So by now you should understand that ir means to go. To recap, ir is conjugated voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van, all pronounced with a b sound. And then the two formulas we've learned are ir plus a plus infinitive, what you're going to do, and then ir plus a plus place to say that you're going to a place. Adios.